Hey guys, I hope you guys are well. I'm just going to do a quick book review on the book called The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read this on Christmas Day and it took me 2 to 3 days to read this. Here is the blurb. Um, is basically uh it's basically about the main girl called Avery. She inherited billions of dollars by this man called Tobias Hawthorne. He is one of the richest man in Texas in the book. So she's never met this man before. So she inherited his fortune through his will. So he passed away now, and the story is basically the four brothers in the book are basically trying to figure out why she inherited the fortune through clues and like puzzles. So that's what the story is about. The four Hawthorne brothers are basically the grandsons of the Hawthorne family. They are the eldest one is Nash. I'm a Westbrook Hawthorne. The second one is Grayson Devonport Hawthorne. Third one is Jameson Winchester Hawthorne, and the fourth is Alexander Blackwood Hawthorne. So these are the four grandsons. And obviously, so she basically, in order to inherit the will, she has to live in the Hawthorne house with the grandsons for 1 year, and then she can inherit Hawthorne's billion, I think $4.6 billion fortune. And this is just a summary, by the way. This is just a plot. It's just a late. So overall, the pros are story plot is amazing. It's a really good book, so good. I first heard about this book is through a YouTube video where someone criticized that this wasn't a good book, and literally in the comments, everyone kept saying this book is good, this book is good, this book is good. And basically, I read it online before I got the book out. And I read the sample page and it was so good. And then actually finally found the PDF folder and yeah, I actually found the PDF folder and I tried to read the book, but it was too hard for me because it was online and my eyes hurt. So I was waiting till I got the book ordered. So I got it now and I read it on Christmas Day and it finished. It took me 3 days, 3 days to finish. It was that good of a book. Honestly, story plot is amazing. If you've not read this book, highly, really recommend this to read it. You will not be disappointed. There are, however, like I saw so it's definitely has a well-ended climax as well. So even when it's from beginning to end, it was so well done. And then I'm waiting to read the second book, which is the Hawthorne Legacy. I've ordered it from the library while I was up there, so it will be on. Should be receiving it hopefully soon. So I'm just waiting for the second book. But anyway, so it's got a well-ended climax and it goes smoothly into the second book as well. So it's really good. It has a lot of less characters. So it has Avery, half sister, friend, and like two lawyers. No, one lawyer and a security bodyguard, and the four Hawthorne brothers. So the only thing I would say with the con is, despite the few characters in the book, there is a lot of lack of depth. So I really don't like the only thing is the characters lack a lot of depth that you really don't know any more than what like anymore like and you can't, and what I mean it's not even about their background, but you don't know what's like as a person. It's so hard. She barely, I don't know, it's sound, but like she barely interacted with the Hawthorne brothers with the exception of one, and honestly he, which was Jameson Hawthorne, and he honestly really lacked any kind of depth. So I just want to say like I wish like the characters had more depth, but I guess the author was focusing more on making sure the plot was well written. Then there was more focus on the plot, which was really good, which I still loved that. Then there was more focus on the characters. There was very little focus on the characters. It's just going through the plots, the games, the puzzles, the clues, which is still really interesting, but I kind of want to know more about the characters. But so far, I honestly like the characters lacked a lot of depth. That was one icon. Another one is one of them had like two of them had a connection, which was Libby and Nash, and I feel like it was never included in the book. Like it was never written in depth in the book. It was just like all they had like they were obviously kind of like a they had like a not a I don't want to say fling, but like it's just like a love at first sight kind of thing. But then where was the interaction? Was barely any interaction. Was barely any connection. So where was the connection? So I just feel like even though they were like put together as a couple in the book, maybe there might be written in depth in the other books and other series. So maybe like the Hawthorne Legacy, I might find out more. But in the first one, in the beginning, like they were one of them. Nash was attracted to Libby, but like it was just love at first sight. There was no, I don't know where. Like there was like I said, the characters. There was really lack of depth. One other thing, but yeah. So another thing is one really other than but one other really good thing is realistic friendship. Avery has one friend, but when they had the arguments, it was so realistic. Was like quite you could relate it to it. So it was one thing I liked. But I didn't really like her friend in person earlier because like there was again the character really had no depth. That's the only thing like the really big con was there was no character depth at all. Like I really don't know. We don't really get to know much about the characters in the book. You get to know more about the story and what's happening, the plot and the mystery, but barely anything about the characters themselves. Like the emotional growth, nothing. Like sometimes it's really hard to get. Like there's literally limited physical description. It's really hard. You really don't know. And even when she interacted with the Hawthorne brothers, they were very limited, with the exception of Jameson, and even Jameson was limited. The other Hawthorne brothers were like honestly like very little, like no more than 5-6 sentences, which sounds a lot, but it really isn't. This is like throughout each of the Hawthorne brothers in the book, and that's it. There was barely any interaction. For like 4 Hawthorne brothers, like you added 4 extra characters in the Hawthorne family tree, and there was barely any growth or development. So there was none of that in the book. But other than that, it is a really good book, and I do recommend it. And guys, let me know what you think of the Hawthorne Legacy, but please no spoilers. Yeah, so I read this on Christmas, which says a lot. Also, this is not a criticism, but some of the it doesn't, you can't, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the print is too small. Like I preferred something bold. So like what you see in Clover Moon, it was just so much easier to read. Actually, let me just get it out. Actually, so we go. So here, but see, it's more like bold. So like, cause the print they're just so thin. Like it's so hard. Like I just prefer it a little bit more bold. I don't know if you could tell, cause that's probably because I zoomed in, but it's actually really thin. It's just I prefer like the print to be a little bit bold, so it's easier for me to read. Cause it was actually really hard. But it's not a criticism. It's just I prefer to read it a bit more clearer. I just need a bit more clearer to read as well. Also, another thing is when Max, which was Avery's best friend, but also her only friend, when she swears, but like she doesn't swear, it's so awkward. Like I just preferred like she doesn't swear, but like she speaks with influence of swearing, and it was I don't know. It's so personally, in my opinion, it's so cringe because like if you can't swear but you try and swear, you really might as well not swear because let me show you. Yeah, this is what she looks. Look at the page. Well, page 9. This one. It's like, what is that? That is so cringe. Because you didn't. I'm like, you really don't need to swear if you can't swear, you don't have to swear. But that was like a really cringy part, in my opinion. But other than that, like I said, this book is really good. Like, please read this if you haven't already, because I highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, so I read this on Christmas Day, which says a lot. I did enjoy reading this on Christmas Day. Only problem is my house was really cold, so I was reading this like freezing. We did put on, whilst freezing, we did put on the heater throughout, but it was still like, but we had to turn it off. We can't put it throughout the whole day, so we turned it off, and it was cold. So yeah, it was kind of like that was only. So I'm just having my warm drink, and I was only like, also might want to challenge a bit. But anyway, I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. That's what I spent my day on. I was reading The Inhabitant Games on Christmas Day, and I was watching a bit of anime. But yes, mainly spent the time reading it. It's so interesting. The chapters are really short. They're like a page and a half. They're really short. Some are like 2 pages. That's about it. They're really short, so it's really good, like quick and easy to read. But yeah, this honestly, I knew this was gonna be addictive, and yeah, so when people said this was a good book, they weren't lying. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this book, and if you haven't read it, I highly recommend to reading this book because it is so good. Even the clues are in the picture as well, with like the ballerina there. There's the knife, which relates to the game. There's the key. I'm assuming that's for the Hawthorne house. That chess piece, and I'm not sure where this crown is from. If anyone know, let me know. So yeah, even the clues are in the actual picture. There was actually the one they had like the actual the people picture characters. So the pictures of the actual characters for the cover, and I didn't like it because I had my own version of it, and I feel like I don't want their pictures on it because it ruins my own imagination. I have my own imagination. I'm not saying mine's correct, but I already had it, and I kind of just prefer to imagine how I want to imagine, not how the marketing wants to imagine it. But yeah, anyway, so honestly, I have 5 stars, 1,000% of 5 stars, 1,000%. There's someone. Sorry guys, I don't know if someone put. Oh no, yeah, definitely 5 stars. Really, really good. The only flaw, biggest one, is the character's lack of depth. There was no development. There was no growth. So that's the only one I would say. Other than that, the story is so amazing. So yeah, definitely read it. It had really good reviews as well. So yeah, this is the other series. But yeah, it's really good. It's teen fiction, but you could definitely read it. It's an adult as well. I thought this was for adults. Don't know why I thought this was for adults actually. But anyway, it's a really good book. Yeah. So thank you for listening to my book review, and I hope to see you again on my next book review. For those, when I put my previous video, I was going to read Clover Moon. I have read a little bit, but honestly, I'm not really getting into it, if I'm being really honest. I'm definitely can't wait to read The Hawthorne Legacy. Please guys, no spoilers, but let me know what you guys think of the book. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more book reviews as well. I hope everyone has a lovely new year. 2026 is coming soon. Yeah, so I hope to read more books, but also balance my time wisely to do other things as well, not just sit and read books. But anyway, happy new year guys, and I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. And for those if you haven't, and those who don't celebrate, I still hope you had a lovely festive time anyway. So, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.